If you make good money but still feels like your money is disappearing every single month, there's a very real chance that you're leaking about $1,000 without even realizing it. And the crazy part, the problem is you don't need to invest more, you don't need to make more. It's something way more basic that almost nobody ever does. I know this because I paid off $43,000 worth of debt and built a net worth of multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I've worked with people making $60,000 a year who are absolutely crushing their financial goals, and also have worked with people making $200,000 a year who feel stuck every single month. And the difference is either they're seeing their money clearly or they aren't. So it has nothing to do with income. And here's what most high earners do. They assume that they just know where their money is going. Or even worse, they assume that making more money will have these problems go away. And that's just not really the truth. I hear this all the time. Oh, I'm actually pretty good with my money. I know where all my bills are going. I know how my money is being allocated. And I think I just need to make more, maybe just kind of put more money aside. And yeah, I think that's the main issue. But when we actually look, that is almost never true, because your brain remembers intentions, the things that we aspire to do, not the actual behavior behind it. So here's how we expose the leak. Here's how you can start doing this today. Go back through the last 3 months of your spending, bank accounts, credit cards, anything like that, and categorize it, right? Things like groceries, restaurants, subscriptions, shopping, travel, whatever is in your life that's happening. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. We're not looking for perfection in this process. We're just looking for patterns, because what almost everyone finds during this process is there's 1 to 2 categories that, you're spending way too much, way more than you thought. And that gap, and that's definitely your $1,000 leak. And I know you're probably sitting there maybe not believing, you're like, oh, that's not the case for me. But I was just on the phone with someone 2 weeks ago, and he said once they went through this process, the 3-month look back process, he was like, babe, we're spending $900 on Uber Eats last month. And he said they both just like stared at each other. They didn't know whether they should be laughing or crying or yelling or whatever. And they both just like were shocked. It's these things that we just don't think of, because $20 here, $30 there, your brain doesn't register those as like problems. But when you zoom out over 90 days, you realize, oh, that's where our money's been going. Right? So now once you find that leak, we don't just want to cut it out blindly. We want to ask ourselves, is this thing that we're spending money on over here, is it actually where we want to be spending our money? Now, in most cases, if we think it's a leak, right, it's probably not where we want to be spending our money. And if we go to the next step in the process here, it's called the North Star goals. And basically what we want to do here is write down all the things that matter to us the most. These could be life goals, financial goals, and non-negotiables. So for most people, what I notice is things like Uber Eats and things like that are not on anyone's North Star goals. Food convenience is not necessarily something that matters to them the absolute most. So then when I ask them, oh, what does matter to you the most? They make out a list. Maybe it looks something like this. And then they realign where they have been spending their money and putting it towards things where they want to start spending their money. So if you thought this video was helpful, I'm running a 6-week challenge helping you build your money system from scratch, or at least improve it, and also stack as much money as humanly possible in this 6 weeks so that you can put it towards your North Star goals, things that matter to you the most. Could be just building up an emergency fund, could be putting money towards your kids' education, your retirement, other financial goals or life goals that you want. That's the whole point of this. If you're interested, you can just watch this video here for more information, or you can book a call down below this video to see if you're a fit, and I will see you in the next video.